we get you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Sean Yao. The semifinals of the FIBA World Cup is happening in just a few over at the Mall of Asia Arena. First to hit the floor are Serbia and Canada. Serbia is aiming to return to the World Cup finals after 9 years, while Canada is looking to bag its first ever finals berth. That game is happening later at 4:45 p.m. Next to go head-to-head are the United States and Germany. Germany is going in 6 games undefeated. Meanwhile, Team USA is targeting a record 6th FIBA World Cup title. You can catch that game at 8:40 in the evening. And the action also continues in the classification games of the World Cup. Italy had a good start against Latvia in the first game. But that was not for long as Latvia took over and blew the game wide open in the second half, enabling them to come away with the win. Final score, 87-82. That win pushed Latvia for the battle for 5th place, while Italy is further relegated to the quest for 7th. On Saturday, Latvia will take on Lithuania, which just blew out Slovenia. Luka Doncic had 29 points, but shot poorly from the field, converting only a third of his 21 shots. Another NBA player, Jonas Valanciunas, led the way for the Lithuanians with 24 points and 12 rebounds as the team cruised to a 100-84 win. The legendary coach Tim Cohn is back at the helm to mentor Gilas Pilipinas in the upcoming Asian Games. Here's the story.
A few days after Chot Reyes stepped aside as Gilas Pilipinas' head coach, the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas has elevated assistant Tim Cohn as the chief tactician for the national team for the upcoming Asian Games. The winningest PBA coach of all time has the full backing of the SBP, especially since he is familiar with the program.
Tim was there. World Cup, training up to it and everything. Of course, sabi nga ni Tim, might not be the same players, but he's been there and he's a winningest coach of the PBA. So I mean, there's no doubt.
It was never my intention to come in here and want to be the head coach. But given the time frame of only 2 weeks before we play, we needed someone right now.
Recall that Cohn had initially said he's not interested in becoming the next Gilas mentor after Reyes resigned. But a few phone calls from basketball officials and SMC Chief Honcho Ramon Ang ultimately persuaded him to take on the job.
Alam mo sabi ni RCA, tell him to coach para sa bayan. Yan, buhay silang dalawa, kami 5. Para sa bayan to, gawin niya. Tell him. I said, gawin niya.
You can say no to a lot of people, but I tell you what, you can't say no to RSA.
Cohn is not new to being the head coach of the national team. He last handled Gilas in 2019 when the country dominated its way to the gold medal in the Southeast Asian Games. In the Asian Games, though, he last held the post in 1998 when he mentored the Philippine Centennial team to the ASEAN bronze. Cohn will be joined by longtime Gilas deputy Jong Uy Chico, Josh Reyes, Richard Del Rosario, and former Gilas star L.A. Tenorio as assistants. Barangay Ginebra Governor and San Miguel Corporation Sports Director Al Francis Chua will serve as team manager, while PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall will be the deputy team manager. With a little over 2 weeks left, the new Gilas staff is confident they can bring in the best available guys to match up with Asia's best. Cohn says there won't be a pool anymore due to time constraints, and they will only invite a 12-man team. Gilas will begin training on Monday. Cohn also assured that the roster will not be limited to players from SMC-backed teams.
So we're going to take the best available player we can get from whomever is out there. That's a guarantee. We're not favoring anybody. The usual suspects will be there. I don't think you'll be surprised by anybody that's there.
Among those who committed to the team are the usual suspects, Junmar Fajardo, Japet Aguilar, and Scotty Thompson, who are all coming off their FIBA World Cup stint. They will backstop Justin Brownlee, who will serve as the naturalized player. The fan favorite Brownlee will recover in time from an injury he has been dealing with recently.
He wants to play. He will play in the Asian Games, and We're assuming he's going to be 100%.
The basketball tournament of the Asian Games will commence on September 26 in Hangzhou, China. Gilas will go up against Bahrain, Jordan, and Thailand.
And speaking of the upcoming Asiad, host Hangzhou will begin the torch relay for the Asian Games today. The torch lighting and relay launching ceremonies will be held at the Yongjin Park, one of China's most iconic attractions. The torch will then journey through 11 cities before returning to Hangzhou on September 20. This route accentuates the cultural and historical significance and the natural beauty of the Chinese cities. Participating in the relay are 2,022 torchbearers aged 14 to 84 years old. A digital light was also launched with over 84 million torchbearers taking part. The Asiad will open on September 23, featuring 481 events under 40 sports. We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after this quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Filipino pole vault ace Obiena has captured another gold at a tournament in Germany. Obiena cleared the 5.92 mark to rule the competition. He defeated 14 other competitors, including American Sam Kendricks and French Thibaut Colli, who both settled for silver and bronze. Earlier this week, Obiena won another gold at a tournament in Berlin. In the 14 events that he entered to this year, the 27-year-old athlete was able to take home 13 medals, 6 of which are gold. Obiena will next head over to compete at the Belgium leg of the Diamond League on Saturday. On to another Pinoy gem. Volleyball star Jia de Guzman is taking her talents to Japan. The 8-time PVL best setter will be playing for the Division I club Denso Eribis in the Japan V.League. She is the third Pinay in Japan's top-tier professional volleyball league after sisters Jaja and Dindin Santiago. De Guzman was invited for Denso prior to the Southeast Asian Games in May. She has been able to meet her teammates, who are also teaching her the Japanese language. For her part, De Guzman is also teaching her Japanese teammates English to foster better communication. Gia is expected to make her debut with the team on October 28th. And in tennis, Alex Ayala and her Japanese partner Natsumi Kawaguchi are off to the semifinals of the W100 Tokyo doubles competition. The duo defeated the favored pair of Georgia's Sofia Lancere and Natella Jamidje 4-6, 6-3, and 12-10. Up next for the Asian pair is Great Britain's Alicia Barnett and Olivia Nichols. Meanwhile, in singles play, Ayala got the boot in the second round after losing to fifth-seeded Kimberly Burrell of Australia. Ayala was able to win the first set, but could not sustain the momentum. Final score, 6-4, 6-7, and 2-6. Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the news day continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.